I'll use this more of a sort of introduction for those that don't know us, and then for those that do know us, some of the new things that we're working on that might be of interest. I started Jorro back in 2014, so we've been doing this for 7 years, being a specialist in EV charging infrastructure, with solar PV and battery storage, as well as some of the new tariffs that Stephen was mentioning, where we can use the sort of virtual power plants to control energy at the best time, both in terms of how clean the energy is and how cheap the energy is, and the best use of that. Slightly out of date, we've done about 3,500 installations. Probably the majority is on domestic and company car fleets, but we also cover commercial, public-facing charge points as well. And I suppose where we stand out a little bit is that we're hardware and software agnostic. So we sit in the middle of what the clients and customers are looking for when transitioning over to electric, or if they've been an early adopter of electric, as several local authorities, public sectors, for example, where they may have started with electric vehicles and there's been 1 or 2 charge points, but now it's worked, so they have to expand their fleet. How do you grow that sustainably and with an eye on cost and delivering it? We have, as I say, a range of hardware solutions, and because the industry is developing at such a fast pace, we've seen huge improvement in terms of what the products can offer, from reliability and again, what they cost. At the end of the day, a lot of the technology a few years ago would have been several £1,000s per charge point, are now a few £100s. And that really just helps single vehicle businesses, home charge points, etc., allows and removes one of the barriers to going electric, which is the initial cost that's mentioned about the vehicles, but isn't so mentioned when it comes to the cost of delivering charge points, whether it's home or workplace. We are also partners of consultants who are maybe looking at larger projects. So if there's a new building being built and part of the planning requires EV charging, we support partners to make sure that over the 2 years it may take to deliver a project, a lot can change within that period. So we help to keep them right in terms of the products that can be used. And as well as the grants and that is ever changing in Scotland in particular, with support from the UK-wide OZEV scheme and the Energy Savings Trust in Scotland. With EV charging specifically for organisations and businesses, it tends to be 3 main reasons why we're contacted and why we get involved with the organisations. For staff, it's a big incentive now to go electric, but for the business it can be quite daunting to almost feel obligated to put charging in, so we can sort of see what's sensible for businesses and organisations to offer their staff. But allowing those drivers to go electric keeps them happy, and happy staff is what we're all kind of keen and looking after. Various grants to support home charging as well as workplace charging, and because we cover all those bases, it's quite useful for our kind of clients to be able to offer ranges and different products for home, different products for workplace, different products for customer facing charge points. And if you're an organisation that is going to be running a fleet of vehicles, the reduced fuel cost and reduced operating costs is quite a high priority, but the reliability and uptime is really important. So we've got some of our clients are local authorities, NHS health boards, for example, where these are pretty mission critical vehicles, and allowing them reliability might be number one, but number two is, let's look at, for example, integrating solar PV generation to keep the actual running costs of the electric fleet as low as possible. What we want, apart from the flying car, which everybody's mentioning at the minute, which would be pretty good, if you ask me right now, it's staff. We're hiring at the minute and growing pretty fast, but really we're looking for partners that can either bring new services or products to the forefront so that we can add value to our customers. Also, if you're needing EV charging looked at it, again, from a single charge point or across many locations, we can help put together a proposal that can be rolled out over a number of years rather than just one installation and that's you. And we're also, as I say, looking for projects that are now at the innovation edge. So we help to deliver the installation of pilot projects, feasibility studies, as well as private investment that are leading to charging throughout Scotland and soon to be wider in the UK.